Hey, what's going on, guys? Bubbo here. In this video, I'm going to be covering Dowge, also known as DJI6930. I really like the website for this meme and the branding itself. I think it's really clever. You know, it's a play on the Dow Jones. And overall, the website is great. The animations are on point. And you'll see this meme covered everywhere on YouTube. There's tons of YouTubers that cover it. They put it on their S tier and say that it has huge potential. I do agree that it has potential, but there are some red flags I've found going back into the launch and just transactions from the dev and the top seller. Looks like maybe a couple Ferraris were dumped, but we'll go into that in a second. Guys, nothing in this video is financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. I have no problem with anyone who's ever covered this meme. I don't hold this meme. I have no bias. I just kind of want to show people what kind of happened at the launch so they can form their own opinions. You know, the YouTubers will tell you it's the greatest thing every time. So you got to form your own opinions and look into things in this space. In the trenches, you know, it's a ruthless place, you know, and then there's no support line to call if something goes wrong. So I want to cover just the basics of how this was launched and cover some transactions, so we'll do that now. All right, guys, the first place I like to look when analyzing a coin is the top holders tab and the top traders tab, just to see if I find anything fishy and to see if the devs are farming or if there's just an unhealthy distribution of coins. So I'll start with the top traders here. And the first trader, he made about $450,000. You can see the wallet address ending in GQAK. And he bought about 73.1 million coins. And if you look, his average entry is about $5,000, which is pretty much the earliest possible price you can get in on pump.fun. So I'm already seeing a red flag here. And 73.1 million coins is about 7.3% of the total supply, which is super unhealthy. And if you look at how much he sold, he's only sold 21.8 million coins. And just that amount, he's already dumped 2 Ferraris on our heads, but he still should have about 50 million coins. And he does. He has them in multiple wallets and their top holders as well. And we'll go into that later. There's some red flags to say the least. So I just want to verify that this wallet actually is, you know, all this data is actually accurate. So I'll go to SolScan. This is like it's basically a search engine for Solana. It's an explorer. You can see all the transactions on the blockchain and just verify that everything, you know, checks out with the tool, because we want to make sure that Axiom is accurate. So I'll go to the DeFi activities tab here because he did do a swap. If it was a transfer, you go to the transfers. So I'll go to DeFi activities and I'll just go back to the very first transaction. Okay, 3 months ago. So maybe since this was the first swap, maybe this wallet was just created, you know, just to participate in this coin, because it's around the same time that the coin launched. So we can see he swapped got 73 million coins for about 2.5 Solana, which was looks like about $380. So for $380, he got this was worth multiple millions of dollars at one point. And so we know that he bought it, if we hover over the date here, around 6/6. So I want to go back to Axiom and just verify this, because let's say that he bought the coin here, right when it started pumping. There's a potential that he actually bought this coin naturally and just was one of the members of one of the communities that got the information first that, you know, this was going to be, you know, a coin that they were going to promote. But if it was back here at the launch, it's a little more suspicious. So once again, we'll go back. We'll see he bought on 6/6. Then back to the chart. This is July 25. And here's 6/6. So he bought at pretty much the lowest possible price right on the launch day. So this is pretty suspicious. You know, he's sold a lot of money and he still holds, you know, most of his supply in multiple top wallets. So already I'm seeing red flags. Now I want to go into the top holders and the dev to see what he did when he launched the coin. I'll tell you right now, he also transferred to multiple wallets and is the top holder. One of the wallets he was selling from, a few of the wallets he's still holding all the coins. But let's dive into that next. So on pump.fun here, you can just click on the dev profile, his little icon here, and that'll take you to his profile. And then we can get his wallet address. And we'll take this and we'll just paste it in the SolScan. And we know that he bought, so we'll go to DeFi activities. And we can see here, he bought 60 million coins. So he bought 6% of the supply. And it doesn't look like he sold any of the coins from this wallet. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to the transfers tab. You're going to want to select SLP instead of Sol, because you just want to see tokens and not Solana itself. And then you're going to want to put outflow to see where this got transferred to. So we can see he transferred from his wallet. The dev wallet was ending in 24AD. And he transferred to this wallet here. So we'll click on this wallet here. And we'll do the same thing to see where he transferred it from to, you know? So we'll go to transfers, SLP, outflow. So then he transferred to this wallet here. Here's his wallet, A9F. He transferred to X8C. So then we can see here, did he do any swaps? No, but did he transfer? Let's see. Outflow. Okay, here we go. So he transferred to multiple wallets, possibly to cover his tracks. And then we can see from here, he transferred to 4 different wallets, about 15 million tokens to each of them. So we can actually open up all of these wallets and take a look to see, what he actually did. So I think you can just click here and open it in a new tab. Yep. And I actually already did this. I can just show you basically what I found. So he transfers, the dev buys 6%. He transfers to this wallet. He transfers to this wallet. And then these 4 wallets. So one of them is this wallet here. So we can see he transfers to ECN. And if you go to Dex Screener and you just go to holders, you can see the top holder is ECN. So we definitely know that this was funded by the developer. He's the top holder there. And I'll save you guys some time. If you go through all these wallets, basically what happens is this wallet here, we'll just do it. We'll take it here. It's the one that ends in QQQ. So we'll click on this wallet again. We'll go to transfers, SLP out. We can see that he also transferred 15 million to this wallet here. But I also want to see if he did any swaps on this wallet. Nope, not on this one. So we'll go to transfers again, SLP outflow. And then we'll go to this wallet here because QQQ is his wallet. He transferred to this wallet. Now that we're on this wallet, we'll see if he did any swaps here. Okay, yeah. So we can see him swapping the DJI6930 coin, and he's swapping it for Solana. Let's check a couple more tabs. Okay, so here maybe 70 sold here. So we know that he sold some from this wallet for sure. And now let's go to transfers and let's see if he transferred any coins out. So yeah, it looks like he made some sells, and then he also was transferring about 200,000 coins to a bunch of different wallets. And if we go to these wallets, the ones that I checked earlier, he transferred to these wallets and he was selling for Solana. So basically he transferred to a bunch of wallets. Some of the wallets he was selling from, and some of the wallets he's still a top holder on. So we know that the dev of this coin from the very start, he wanted to supply control the coin. And it seems like there was a lot of insider activity. And I want to show you guys this because I kind of made a map. So I did the analysis of the top 6 holders. So here's what I found. The top 1 holder is the dev. The number 2 holder is the LP. The number 3 holder, he's the one that sold. His wallet links back to that QAK wallet that dumped the 500,000. And let's just check actually. Let's verify that right now. Let's go back to the holders tab. The number 3 holder is this wallet here. We'll open that in SolScan. We can just click here. So let's just double check this. So we'll go to transfers, SLP, inbound, and then we will check to see where he got his coins. So you can see, we'll go to the last page here. So he got 21 million coins, and he got it from, see this wallet address here, QAK. If you go back to the top holders here, the top traders, QAK. So that checks out. So basically, the number 3 holder is also the same guy who bought the 7% of the supply and was selling. The number 4 wallet also links back to the developer. The number 5 wallet, he also was funded by that wallet who dumped 500,000. And we can check that out as well. So we'll go to back to Dex Screener. We'll go to number 5. We'll hit the Explorer tab. We'll go to transfers, SLP. We'll do inflow, and then we'll just try to track this back to where it came from. So we know that this wallet here was funded by this wallet, and then we'll go transfers again, SLP, inflow, and then we can see that wallet got it. This wallet got it from this wallet, which once again is the QAK wallet, which was selling a ton of the supply. So basically, all the top holders are very sus. all the top traders are a little sus. The top traders aren't, they're not all terrible, but it looks like a lot of insiders, honestly. Some of them are okay. What I do like about this coin is they did share this with real people very early. A lot of the Cabal coins, though, you'll see like a God candle and then they start sharing it. I'll give them credit, like the people who promoted this, they at least gave it to real humans early, and some people did make money. But overall, this stuff just looks pretty suspicious to me. If you want to go through all this stuff yourself, and I just went through like the first 7 wallets. I'm sure if I dug in farther, it would probably be even worse. And the only reason I even looked into this DJI6930 coin is because a couple weeks ago, there was a group of YouTubers supporting this coin called Biddy. And it was pretty much exposed that how this coin was set up from the launch, all the top wallets were funded by the same person. You can see they were all by MEXC. And once the news came out, everyone started dumping this coin and the YouTubers stopped covering it. And I just thought it was interesting that the same group of YouTubers who promoted this also really support the Dowge coin, you know? I thought that was a little suspicious. And I also really just don't like how, specifically Suppoman, I actually like Suppoman a lot. He's a cool guy. But and he's a very good presenter, and he's called some great coins in the past. Just lately, I've had a little bit of an issue. He calls people traders and the scummiest piece of blank traders who sold this Biddy coin. But how could you even recommend this coin? It's so obvious that it was, you know, I don't want to call it, you know what it was from the start. It was just a max extraction mechanism. And yeah, so basically he says, you don't belong in Dowge, after they pretty much got dumped on by, looks like people who were in the coin very early. And they say 70% drops is how cults are made. And then I also don't like how, first of all, he tried to get Murad, who is the founder of SPX6930, into the coin. He basically says, hey, help us promote this coin, pump it. And he's trying to be nice to him. And then later on, he uses like the awareness and hashtag of SPX6930 to keep showing his coin and to say that it's going to be basically the SPX6930 killer. I don't know. It's just like a thing of ethics. Like, first you ask someone for help, and when they don't help you, you try to kill like their life's work. Because Murad, I think, has done a lot of good. He's actually been one of the few people in the space who has stuck to just consistently calling one coin and has actually made like your average day retail investor money. It's not good for the space when these people just keep launching coins and they control a lot of the supply. People buy into them and they dump right on them. So that's really why I never got into this coin. I didn't like how it was launched, and I didn't like how it was being promoted. I actually really like the coin. Like, the website and everything is very good. Let's go to Dowge here. Let's check out the website. So the website is great. They did a really nice job. I like the branding and everything. I like how it's a play on the Dow Jones. You know, and I really like that Suppoman finally was sticking to like just one main play. For a while, he was calling like 10 coins a week, and like some of them didn't even have Twitter accounts and stuff. It was actually kind of painful to watch, because he's an excellent gem hunter of like utility coins and stuff. But yeah, I've no problem with Suppo. I just like these couple coins. They seem kind of shady in my opinion. But this is all speculative, guys. There's no way to say like what actually happened. This is just all, draw your own conclusions from the evidence, But yeah, that's my thoughts on Dowge. As far as where it can go from here, so what we do know is many of the top holders have proven they will dump hundreds of thousands of dollars on you when the coin pumps. So for that reason, I'm staying out of it, and just, for the ethics of it. And we know that all the top holders are pretty sus. It's the dev, heavily supply controlled. Supply control can be good. It just depends what the intentions are of the people who are supplying, holding the supply. Kind of reminds me of bread on base. Everyone knew that Crash, supply controlled the coin, which is why Coinbase hasn't listed it yet. But it also is one reason why it pumps so hard. So it really just depends, what the people who are controlling the supply end up doing. And I think that's kind of the case with this coin here. So, all right, guys, that does it for this video. If you found any value in this video, if you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. Also, let me know your thoughts on this project, and if there's anything that I missed, or if you found anything that was incorrect, I'd appreciate your thoughts. Also, I recently opened up a Discord called Pump Screener. There's a lot of cool features here, such as multi-wallet tracking, an AI gem finder bot that we're experimenting with. You get all my buys and sells, and just a community of people working together to find plays. So if you're interested, check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. And until next time, I'll see you then.